Welcome back. You're watching Live in Paris on France 24, and it's time now for Media Watch France, when we find out what's making the buzz in the French media. Rebecca Bowring's here with us. Good evening to you, Rebecca.
Hi, Laura.
Now, we're starting with some hackers, because they've managed to get onto the Élysée Palace's official website, and they've got a pretty nasty message for Nicolas Sarkozy.
They have. Any web user who tried to get onto that official website overnight into Wednesday morning, about 7 o'clock Wednesday morning was when the problem was rectified. They would have been greeted with a rather surprising sight. A little video game was posted there called Get Him Out. Let's have a look on the computer. I can show it to you a little bit more in real time. Well, on the welcome page, you can see there's a miniature and, well, I think naked, it's fair to say, Nicolas Sarkozy. And there's a little fig leaf type object over his nether regions, which I think might be a picture of his wife. It's very difficult to see. Certainly this is a cheeky game. The idea is that Sarkozy is on his way out of the front gates of the Élysée Palace. And it says here in French, the more you like it on Facebook, the more you tweet it, the closer he gets to the exit. The idea is you click on that like button that you can see in the top right corner here, and that then helps to propel him a couple of pixels closer to the exit. So very cheeky and ingenious idea there by those hacktivists.
How long has it been up, this?
It's no longer there, but
they got it down quite quickly, did they?
Another website. Yeah, it was there overnight into Wednesday morning. But that was enough time, and it's still being tweeted, actually. You can see here at the bottom of the page that it's constantly being tweeted. About every couple of seconds, someone is retweeting it, and so people are coming to this website and slowly clicking, and he's working his way. It's just a way of showing, really, that people are disillusioned with President Sarkozy. But the website Street Generation points out that actually this isn't a hack in its traditional sense, because they didn't actually change the makeup of the website. They found a way in through a flaw in a email module, apparently, and they just created a kind of redirect so that people who went to the Élysée Palace website would then be sent to this one, sortez-le.fr, which is, it's just this spoof website.
So it sends people here rather than actually getting inside the official website.
Exactly, so it's just an almighty prank. But it is important to note that this is not the first time that Mr. Sarkozy has been the target of hackers, because back in January they got onto his Facebook page and they posted there a message, you might remember, a status update saying Mr. Sarkozy has decided that he's not going to run for another term in office in 2012, which of course wasn't true, but he took that in quite a good spirit.
He just put it on his Facebook
as if he would, saying, well, he said, well, thanks very much to those hacktivists for proving to me that no system is infallible. So he took it in quite good spirits.
Okay, and he is in good spirits because he's going to be a dad again soon, isn't he?
That's right. And Carla Bruni Sarkozy has, well, a gift with a difference, a baby shower gift, we could say, in the form of 187 nappies that have been sent to her. And this is a call for help by workers at the Ontex nappy factory in Villefranche-sur-Saône near Lyon in the east of France. You can see there newspaper Le Progrès, the local press, talking about it. And each one of these nappies that she's received represents a worker at that plant. And their message is, we are not disposable, after management announced that they were going to close the plant down. Now, this practical present's been sent to Fort Brégançon, which is the mansion that Carla Bruni Sarkozy is spending the summer in, with a big yellow post-it note on it saying made in France. Apparently last year they churned out 690 million nappies, and obviously they want that business to be kept here in France. We don't know whether she's received the gift yet, but by my calculations, it should last a month. About a month for the little one, so every little helps, as they say.
Oh, absolutely. All right, now moving on to something entirely different. There's been a lot of controversy following the shooting in Norway, because some far-right politicians here have been getting themselves into hot water, and that's been continuing today, hasn't it?
Yes, this is about another persona non grata, but he's a former right-wing activist, it's got to be said. He's since changed his mind. We're talking about Maxime Brunerie. He's the man who actually tried to assassinate then-President Jacques Chirac during the Bastille Day parade back in 2002. He served 7 years out of a possible 10 in prison for that failed attempt on the president's life. And he was found to have been linked to the far-right group Unité Radicale, Radical Unity. But it seems now that he's rather softened his beliefs. And actually, he made an application to join the centrist Modem party earlier on this month, the party headed up by François Bayrou. And Le Figaro reports that he rather damned them with faint praise, and maybe this is one of the reasons why he was facing disappointment today. He said, the only candidate I've found who's really for Europe and the Europeans is François Bayrou. I'm not saying I think it's the best choice, it's just the least worst. So he wasn't really currying a lot of favour, and lo and behold, Bayrou turned him down on national radio this morning and said quite harshly, one can't just join the party willy-nilly, and that there's certainly no space in it for unbalanced people. suggesting that maybe his rehabilitation hasn't been so successful.
He's not well at Modem. All right, finally, holograms being beamed into Paris Airport.
That's right. We're looking at the WebMag Gent site. It's reporting that Paris's southern airport, that's Orly, has brought in a futuristic crew to help welcome in passengers on some of its domestic flights. It seems very efficient. 3 staff members have lent their voices and also their physical form to these holograms, and they're broadcasting essentially a sort of public info video of about 15 seconds, and it's projected onto a plexiglass window. It's a little bit, Laura, like the old show, remember Red Dwarf, that aired in the UK?
Oh, I do, gosh. That was a blast from the past.
That's right, yeah. Holograms are now the future of air traffic control, or at least passenger control. Now, they might be rolled out elsewhere in the airport. They're just currently in the airport lounge, and they could even be brought in at Paris's Charles de Gaulle airport. And apparently they've been very successful in the UK, in Luton, in the north of London, and also in the northern city of Manchester, where they have 2 security guards who are both virtual, and they remind passengers of what they can and cannot take onto aircraft. Now, I think it's a pretty good idea because as an airport worker, at least we will never go on strike, because of course we've had huge passenger backlogs lately, haven't we, with Air Algérie, so at least we know that these guys are reliable. And apparently the technology was nicked from the entertainment industry, because it was previously used for the animated band The Gorillaz, whom you probably know about, Laura.
Absolutely.
And now it's been rolled out.
And if anyone says they're unhelpful, well, maybe it's not a real person, maybe it's a hologram, so there you go.
They look pretty realistic though, don't they?
They're not bad. All right, Rebecca Baring, many thanks.
Thanks very much,
indeed.
Laura.
Now it's time for web news.